weigh-in this morning. I think that I'm going to do a little tatting this morning. My hands seem to be a little more steady this morning. I've been tatting all night. I haven't slept a wink. I've been tatting. I thought that, well, I'd make some fall type things for my junk journal. We'll see what happens. So, yeah, good morning. It's October 1st, 2024. This is Meri at the Meri Atelier, and welcome to my desk. Welcome to my desk. I am also going to show you my slow stitch. This is last week's Monday art journal page, and I started it in the stream here. I'll turn it this way. It really goes vertically, but just so you can see it, I'll turn it this way. The theme was monochrome. Now this week's, I'm going to work on this week's. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. I was hunting for some linens out of my needlework stash, and look, I found some scissors that I designed, cross-stitch design. Hi, Mina. Welcome in, Mina. It's good to see you. Hi, Angie. Good morning, Angie. So, and then I have this little house that I started, and it's over one, and it's tiny, tiny. I'm going to leave that. I might just make a little piece out of it and put it on a piece of needlework, but I want this side of the fabric. That's why I have all this out. And I think you've seen all these other pages. I did a flip the other day. My pinwheel. Oops, I hit the phone. True Color Ones isn't finished. This is needle weaving. I have a needle weaving that goes over here that I'm working on. This is needle weaving. This is the home. I'm still working on that. This was the lichen page, only I did a stone fence here. It really goes like this. This is a stone fence. It's kind of a nature type page. I put little florets there for flowers. This is a stone fence. We got a little stone fence out in our yard, small one. And then this was the G's Bend. But I'm working on the triangle one. I halfway like it, but I am revising it, so I did not bring it in. So I wanted to show you that. Let me sit down and get into my stream over here. And welcome folks in. I'm on a little early. I did not sleep a wink last night. Hi, Jacqueline. So I don't know how long I'm going to be on. I don't know how long I will last. Let me set the quality on my video. Oh, you can see this pretty good, can't you? I thought I was zoomed way in. Quality. Advanced from 144 up to 1080. Let me set the chat to all messages so that I can welcome folks in. All messages. We're the early birds. Yes, you are. You are the early birds. Mina and Angie and Jacqueline. And there's Rhonda. Keep Arlene in your hearts and prayers. She messaged me and said she wasn't feeling good this morning. So, yeah, just keep her in your hearts and prayers. I tell you, that girl, my heart, she's such a sweetie. Keep her in your hearts and prayers. I got a stick here that's causing me an issue. Something else is under here. What's under here? Causing it to... Excuse me while I reach across my desk and figure out what's under this. foam? I guess nothing. I'm going to have to take the foam is that this is resting on. This glass plate is resting on a foam board that I had before I got the glass plate. And it's starting to warp and it's real wiggly. So anyway, here's my, now that I know that you can see them, these are my most recent pages. There's some missing. I'm working on a weaving here. This one's done. K3N keeps me busy. I have not finished watching this week's video. This is the home. This is the little, I'm calling it nature. She did lichen. I can't pronounce that word correctly probably. But I did our little stone fence, and I keep thinking I'm going to go in here and outline the stones. Not sure. And I started out doing what K3N did, but I kind of quit. It's got a lot of texture anyway, and that's the G's bend. And then this is last Monday's project, and I'm still working on the triangle ones. They came together pretty good, but after I got them all stitched and got them all stitched together and everything finished, I took another look at it and found some boo-boos. But it's a wonky Wednesday. And then I wanted to show you my little scissors that I did here. I started another one over here. I was making several of these. I started another one in here. Right in here. And I had done several of these scissors designs. Like I just put a heart here. I have one with Betsy Ross and one with a little tornado lady. And I have several different designs that I've done. Used to do these quite a bit. The heart's easy. And then this little house, it's upside down. The little house really comes down further in the pattern. It's a Christmas pattern. But I think I'm just going to stop there and use this side because this is what I want. So we'll come back to that when I get ready for it. I thought, let me set it aside. Let me grab a piece of this colored paper or cream. No, hold on. Just let me grab a piece of paper here. Come on. Don't be stubborn. I don't want you now. I don't want you talking to the paper. And I think I will, wait, I gotta pick up a book, fell. Magazines. Books. Else I will run over them. One of my teddy bears is on the floor. So what I'm going to do, I tell you, I'm just very uncomfortable this morning. I'm going to grab this piece of tape here and tape this down because I don't want it to move. I have been learning so much from Katia. I've been practicing folded joins. Oh, that's up too high. Hold on. Got it taped down. Let me move it down. Up a little more. Now, my camera's crooked. My paper's straight. I bumped the camera with my head. I just want this so you can see my thread here as I'm working. So I still need to do the post on the character challenge. Hi, Dar. Good morning, Dar. Welcome in. Angie said, I got a card from Arlene yesterday. I may send her a card. Well, do that. I think she'd enjoy it. Poor, poor karma? What's poor karma, Angie? Angie says, geesh, poor karma. I'm not sure what she means. I don't know, Angie. Let me straighten my phone out just a little. I think if I move it this way. Hi, Kimberly. Oh, that was obviously, is that the wrong way? Of course. Let's see, I need to move it the other way. Now, up. Up a little bit more. How is that? We'll leave it right there. I'll probably bump it again with my head. I was worried about Kimberly because I knew she was from North Carolina, but I wasn't sure what part of North Carolina. And I knew that she had horses that ran on the... I hope the wild horses are okay, Kimberly. So I was getting concerned, so I messaged her or emailed her. Are you okay? She says yes, but North Carolina has a lot of damage. So keep the people in North Carolina in your hearts and prayers. Oh, camera. Poor camera. Yeah. Well, it's still a little crooked up here, but it's as good as it's going to get. So, this is a little thin. I don't think I'll work with that. It's a little too thin. Let's work with this one. Katia has been teaching us the true ring in tatting. And there's different ways to make a ring. There's one that's called an FCMR, where you work off of the skein of thread or the ball of thread. Then there's another one called the true ring, which Katia really prefers. And I guess, you know, it closes nice and you don't have to knot it and everything, but you're working with pretty long lengths of thread. But if you do small motifs, which is what I'm going to do, I brought in my black, my green, and my white. I have a yellow. Oh, and I have this gold. I have a yellow. I also have a red. The yellow has a pattern on it from last year. I don't want to take off of it. So I figured, well, this is probably enough. I brought that brown in too, but this brown I didn't buy brand new. And it's pretty thin. I got the label in there though. Hold on, let's see what. It feels real thin. Much thinner than this other. Let's see what this is. Mary's curious. Oh, this is Golo. This is size 20, which I could work with that, but I didn't bring in well, I guess you could do 20 with this needle, but I guess I did buy this, but look at how messy it is. You know, it came messy. I'm not sure I like it. I'm going to have to rewind all that, but I'm going to pull off a couple yards of thread here. I'm going to do that off camera. So, and I'm still learning. I call myself a novice now. I'm beyond beginner, I think, but I still have a lot to learn with tatting. And I'm slowly picking it up, but I was so embarrassed. Katia taught a class on Wednesday, and she sent us a pattern, and the pattern was for shuttle tatters. But she taught us the pattern and how to do it. And I read the pattern after class. I kind of got distracted during class, you know, sometimes that happens. And I really wasn't following everything that was going on. Well, she was teaching that pattern, and I messaged her and I said, I don't understand this pattern at all. I'm going to kind of do what she does here, but it will get messed up as I go. But I'm not doing anything difficult. I'm not doing her pattern. I am just going to tat a clover, and then we're going to put it on a bobby pin. And let's see. I can get so that I can thread this needle without a threader, but if I have to struggle with it in here, I brought my threader in, and see, already my threads are, let's see if I can thread this. I'm not going to struggle with it if it doesn't. It went in. I did it. Without the needle threader. I'm so proud of myself. So when you tat what they call true rings, you're not tatting off of the skein of thread. You're tatting on the opposite end. So I've got one end in here and one end over there, and then this is sitting on the table. And I tried to make it nice and neat like she does, but it never stays that way for me. Usually it's in my lap. But my hands are pretty steady this morning, so I am just going to try to do some tatting here. And I'm training myself to use the crochet hook to pull the threads through my Picasso. That's something I didn't do last year. I used my needle, and it's much better to use that, but I get lazy, you guys. But I'm training myself not to be so lazy. Whoops, I pulled that right out of my hand. I am a little tired this morning, but I can't sleep, so might as well be up doing something. So I'm just going to make a ring here. I'm not teaching it at all. I'm just tatting. This is not a class. And it's a little bit hard to see this thread. I should be doing the white, I guess. But I want to do colors for my journal. I'm going to see my Picasso here. I've got a Picasso right here. I don't know if you guys can see that. I can hardly see it with this thread. It's a pretty gold thread though. All right. Let's just keep going because this is not anything that's hard to do. And I thought you would enjoy seeing this put together, but I'm not liking that at all. Let me pull this stitch off the needle. Once I get, it's a little bit harder for me to tat in here at my desk. It's easier for me to tat when I'm seated in my chair. Now, let's see, I want a bit. And I still haven't trained myself to use the Picasso gauges. That's something that I need. I got a set of them finally. It's something that I need to get them out and start using them. I just kind of judge for my work for this. I really don't mind if they're not even, but you should probably make them even just to get in the practice of doing it. I need one more. And tatting is really easy to do as far as this, but there's a lot to learn. There's a lot to learn. And I think I'm in my 3rd year of tatting, and I still won't, I won't call myself intermediate at all. I think I've gone beyond beginner, but I think I'm a novice. All right, now I'm going to pull my ring tight, and we pull all of this thread through the chamber that I just tatted. And so I'm just going to gently pull it. I'm used to working with long threads with, what did I do here? Hold on. With the journals, I got it caught in here. I'm going to have to set this down. I got it caught in this loop. I don't want it caught in the loop. Boy, I really did it too. Am I out of it now? No. Yes. Okay. So I want to pull on this. There we go. So all I'm doing is pulling this thread through the chamber here that I just tatted. And you'll see it form a ring here in a minute now. You can't see much while I'm holding it tight, but if I don't hold it tight, it won't work as nice. That's my tail. I don't want my tail. Alrighty. And here's my ring. Let's get it shaped up a little here. So there's my ring. Now I'm going to pull those Picasso so they look decent. What do I have? Is that part of my tail? Yeah. A tail. I'm going to have Katia teach me. Check your website. You do what your teacher tells you to do, Angie says. Meri, your grade is a D. I don't like grades, Angie. Don't talk grading to me. She says, I'm just teasing you, Meri. Let's get this tail. I'm going to have Katia teach me how to weave in that tail while I'm tatting, because it just gets in my way. The tail gets in my way. Now, can you see the ring there? And let me grab my needle and my thread. And let me pull my Picasso out nice and neat. Just for, so here's one, and here's one. And I made them about all the same size on this. And then there's one over here who's fallen in. He was the one that I thought I redid, but we can kind of pull him out again. And one over here. One here. I'm going to kind of stretch him a little. One there and one there. Let me hold this up so you guys can see it. So here's my ring. Tatted ring. Got a hair in there. We don't need a hair. And I do like that I don't have to knot these rings, but I sure wish there was an easier way than having to deal with all this long thread. All right. So now I'm going to do clover, which is basically 3 rings. 2 small ones and 1 larger one in the center. I'm going to turn it here. You really don't, well, I guess I won't turn it. Let me get a hold of it over here. I did not turn it for tatters. You don't need to turn it for a clover. So now I'm going to do 3 double stitches. 1, and the "and" is the second leg for me. 2, and a double stitch has 2 legs. 1 and 2. 3, and so now I need to join, and this is where I'm learning to use the crochet hook to pull my thread through that little picot, and I'm getting fairly good at it. Fairly, she said. It's a little hard for me to see this thread in here. I do better out at my recliner. I don't have good lighting in here. I've got 2 lamps going and I have my aunt light, but evidently that's not enough. Let me grab a hold of this thread. Come on through there. Where is it? Let's pull it a little. And generally when I do this, I end up stretching my picot. But it just takes practice. Come on, get in there. And it'd help if I keep my crochet hook in a good position to pull it through, but well, just because I'm online, I got to get my nose above it here. There we go. Come on. I pulled you. Did I not? Am I pulling on the picot? Ah! Come on, Meri, you can do this. All right, let me get my needles. So I've stretched my picot out of shape, but maybe I can still work with it. All right. Tia makes it look so easy. There we go. But she's tatted for years. Well, more years than I have. So let me pull that down on my needle. And then we'll do the larger ring. We only do 3 rings. So I'm going to do 5 or 6. I think I'll do 6 on this one. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. I go slow. And 6. Whoops, I dropped it. 6. And now I need to make a picot, and I'm going to do 3 again. 3 picots in a row. So I'm going to do a small one. And I need to get out those picot gauges. I know I do. A small one. And a larger one. And another small one, or smaller. It's not a tiny, it's a small. Then I need to do 6 more. 1, well, that's 1. This is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I need to do a Picasso. And then I'm going to end up with 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, now I'm going to pull this ring, and hopefully it'll go better than my other one. Just got to pull all that thread through the chamber there. Don't want it to knot up on me. So I'm just gently pulling it through, watching for any possibility of snags and snarls. Try to catch it. Your thread on these longer threads, they want to twist. But if you catch it soon enough, you can. And sometimes I take my needle and put there and just let it rest and pull it that way. And that kind of prevents it from twisting too. Now, what did I do here? Did I knot it? Let's see what I did down here. Nope, it's still going. Pull it off of my thumb. And there we go. And that's a much prettier ring. And it's connected to this ring over here. I'll get it straightened up a little here. So now I just have one more ring to do. Where did I join that guy? I joined him in the right spot. He just doesn't look quite right. Shape him up a little. Shape up. All right, let's do the next one. He's okay. And sometimes what I do with my thread when it's twisty like this is I'll take my needle and I'll pull my needle all the way down to the ring. And then I'll take the thread. I'll leave my needle there. I'll take that thread and just run it through my hand all the way down, and that kind of works out some of the twists. Just run it all the way down. So it's, with this long of a thread, you can't hold your needle up in the air, and that's kind of the equivalent. Then I take my needle, and I have more thread on here than I need, because this would be the amount of thread that I would probably have if I was doing a rosette. But I generally have enough room after I do my rosette to do a clover, and that's what got me started doing these clovers for my journal. I'm getting used. I think I'm going to do a white one next because it's kind of hard to see this color. Black would be a horrendous to see. 1, 2, 3. And then we pull this through the join here. Do the join. Ha, I got it. First time. Woohoo. Now I don't do 6 this time. I'm only going to do 3, I think. 6 might have been a little too many, but you know, that's the way it goes. 1, 2, 3. And then I do three little picots again. So a small, a little bit larger, and a small again. And I'm kind of just eyeballing it. And then I do, that's 1, this is 2, and 3. And then I do a picot. This is the last picot. And then 1, 2, and 3. And then you pull this ring. Get my tail out of the way. Sometimes I take that tail and hide it behind my little finger. He wants to get in the action. And this really needs to come over my thumb here. Like that. And I move my little finger. And of course the tail says, yay, I'm free, I'm free. I'll get in her way. Where'd he go? There he is. And pull it tight. Come on, don't mess up on me now. I'm just about done. He flipped on me. You flipped on me. Just a matter of getting it pulled and in position. And then I think what I'm going to do, I've got to see what I have on my needle. This is not a very good example of a clover. 1, 2, 3. I goofed in here somehow. Well, I could have closed these two is what I could have done. I didn't. These are the bottom one or the side ones. I'm going to take and hook these 2 rings together because I want to put it on my bobby pin. So I'm just going to bring my needle through over here. I think I can do better, but I'm having a hard time seeing this color underneath my lighting. I can't see where I'm going. I'm guessing most of the time here. What? Get out of there. That tail likes to get in my way. So this is not a very good example. I am going to clip it off. It's not bad, it's just not good. I can't see my threads. I'm going to tie them together. I'm going to go back to my white thread. I think I can see it better. If I was underneath the light out in my recliner. Now I've tied it. There we go. I wanted some colored clovers for my journal though. And this is a bad example. Where's that other? I did something wrong here. Somehow I got an extra stitch in there, or I dropped this Picasso. Something happened. I've only got two. For example, let's go to my white. I'm going to unthread this needle. I'll deal with that after class. I think that thread, this thread is a little thicker too. This is number 10 thread, but it's red heart thread, and it's just a little easier to, and I'm not even going to attempt to thread my needle. I'm going to use the needle threader. It's a little bit thicker thread. It's not 3, it's 10. Where's the eye? I know that it's through the eye of the needle when the needle hangs. And then you just, sometimes I even have trouble putting that through the, between the wire and the, come on. It's hard to see. That wire is so thin. Get in there. I think I got it. And then you just kind of pull it through. Now, let's see if I can do any better. Oh, I need to pull the yarn off of this thread off of the couple yards. 1. Let's see if I do any better with this. I'm not giving up. And all the thread is in my lap. Maybe I should leave that thread in my lap. Maybe I'll have better luck. That's where it is when I sit in my recliner. So, 1, 2, 3. Little Picasso. And 1, 2, 3. A small Picasso. Now this is where Katia would stop and do the Picasso gauge, but I don't have mine out. So I want a larger Picasso. Whoops. Fell off of my hand. And a smaller one. And 1, 2, 3, and a Picasso, and 1, 2, 3. Whoops. That's too many. Let me pull this one stitch off. Come on. Get off my needle. Off. I say off. There you go. Now, I'm going to pull it off of my needle down below, make my little ring. This is the first small one. think it does work better with that thread down in my lap. And the white thread seems to work better for me. That gold, I couldn't see where I was going. And when you work like this, you don't have to make a knot. I need to get my thumb under there. Get rid of that tail. That tail just, he just wants to get in the act. And you pull your ring tight. There we go. That's a much better ring. I don't know if you guys can see that. I don't have black paper. Do I have that brown? I have a dark brown. There we go. Much better. Much cleaner and much happier. Get my thread back down in my lap. We're going to do the large one. I could make these and then color them, because this is for my journal. Play around with my need to put it this way. Play around with my tatting this morning. I do want to do my stitching too. I want to show you what. I haven't finished watching all of K3M. I think it's called Enso. It's a Japanese term of kind of a spiral. There's kind of a spiritual type thing. I don't want to talk too much about it because I don't know too much about it. 1, 2. And after I pull this Picasso, I'll come out and look at chat. 3. And when I say pull, I mean pull the thread through the Picasso. Where's my crochet hook? I think I can see things better with this. I can see much better. See, I pulled that thread very easy. I struggled with the gold because I couldn't see where I was going. Let me pull it down. There we go. So let me stop here and let me come out and welcome you and welcome you all in. Reset my chat filter, all messages. Hold it. Chat filter, top messages, top. I am a little tired this morning. Hi, Joyce. Welcome in. Hi, Cynthia McCoy. Welcome in. Do you feel old, Angie? She says, back. Okay, back. I was seeing the boys off to school. It's hard to believe that one is 16 and driving himself and his 13-year-old brother to school. Mom and I have been with both since the time they were born. Aw, well, Angie, I keep telling you, you want to see them grow up. You don't want to keep them babies forever. Just hope that they drive safe. Cynthia says, she's laughing at Angie, says, my son is 47 and says he feels old. And I tell him, try being the mother of a 47-year-old. Oh, Cynthia. Good morning, Cynthia and Joyce. Kimberly's here. She says, hi, Cynthia and Joyce. Good morning. Becky popped in. Let's see, what did she say? His work is still without power. So Scott's home again today? Does Scott's mom have power? What, I think I watched Becky yesterday evening and she said her mom was still without power, or Scott's mom was still without power. I don't know if she's got it back yet or not, but how long have I been tatting? I'm a beginner. I'm a novice. I've been tatting. I started teaching myself on my own, on my very own, the year before last. And it was probably June, something up in there. I can't remember the exact date. I'd have to look it up. And then last year, I found the online tatting class. And their YouTube channel, it's all one word, the online tatting class. And I learned a lot last year, but the classes were structured for both shuttle and needle all at once. And the instructor is real good, but she leans more toward the shuttle. But I learned a lot. I learned a lot of the terms and everything. I learned about the needles and the threads, and there's just a lot to learn. And this year starting in September, kind of goes based off the school year. They take summer off. This year, Katia is teaching just needle tatting, and she's teaching us the true ring and all the joins and do you tat, Cynthia? Was it Cynthia who asked me that? Yeah. I don't shuttle tat. I'm trying. I celebrate when I can flip the stitch. Sometimes I can and sometimes I can't. I think it's the way, to tell you the truth, I think it's the way I drop my hand here, my fingers, but this little finger was broken and it didn't grow back straight. And when I move this finger down, these fingers want to go with it. And I don't think I get the right tension in there to flip that stitch. I try awfully hard, and I got it. I was able to make one ring with the shuttle, not the shadow. I'm tired this morning. I was able to make one ring earlier this year, right after September. I watched Tammy, who's the shuttle teacher. I watched her over and over and over, and everything she did with her hand, I did with my hand, and I was able to make a ring. Well, the next day I tried it again. It didn't work, but I tried with a thinner thread because I ran out of the thick thread. So I had to order some more thread from Amazon, and I had to wait for that to come in. Now it's in, and I'm still trying to flip those stitches again with the shuttle. So I'm not a shuttle tatter. Someday I will be. I just have to. I tend more toward the needle because with needle tatting, if you can crochet or knit, you'd be very comfortable, especially crocheting. If you're a good crocheter, you would be very comfortable with needle tatting. Let's see. Does Scott's mom have power yet? Let's see. Kimberly says, good morning to Becky. Becky said, Scott is home again today. And you said, Meri, I was joking. I think you are doing good. I can't do, well, that gold, I have to be under good lighting. I thought I would try to make some black, but I don't think I'll have any more luck with it. Although the black thread feels as the same weight as the white does. That gold and that brown is a little bit thinner thread. I might be able to do the green. I want to make some clover bobby pin embellishments. Let's continue on here. Wait, let me go down to the bottom. Angie says, Meri, just think, you can take an Angie nap today. Yes. And this is probably the day I don't want to because it's going to be cooler today and I need to get out and work in the yard. But I'm not going to have the energy. I can tell you right now, I'm not going to have the energy to do it. And there's a tatting class this afternoon. It's the shuttle tatting class. Yesterday, the other thing is they have a tatting design class. I'm thoroughly enjoying it, but I don't have, well, she was teaching both class. She teaches the kind of the design concepts. She was teaching them in the afternoon. Then she was teaching the Inkscape is how she charts it all out. She was teaching that at night on Thursdays. And my grandniece's volleyball games fall on Tuesday and Thursdays. So we've been going to those. So I've kind of fallen behind on that. I try to watch the replays, but she changed one of her classes to Mondays. So I was able to watch her yesterday, and I need to get out my laptop. You can't use Inkscape on the mobile phone. Not yet, anyway. You don't, but you find it fascinating. Well, needle tatting is not hard. You have to concentrate on what you're doing, and there are things to learn, but it's not hard. It's not rocket science. That's what Tammy would say. It's not rocket science. But there are things to learn, and I'm learning to pull out my mistakes, or not just leave them and oh, it'll be okay in the end. I'm trying to pull them out. Now I didn't pull my mistakes out here. Although this wasn't too bad, it was just that I couldn't see where I was going. I put 6 in here and I probably should have put in 5. Made it a little wonky. Becky said, I'd done her laundry yesterday and had to repair a hem on one of her pants. Did you say she can now watch TV? Oh, so we don't have to worry about her stumbling in the dark. So it sounds like she got power back. Scott's mom's got power back yesterday evening. So last evening she got her power back. Very good. Yeah. That is good news. And did you guys see on Facebook where Allie Kay's, is it her cousin's son? Her cousin's son, he's like 21-month-old, and he had to have surgery, brain surgery for cancer or something. And yesterday morning, and they said that the prognosis wasn't good. But she reported back on Facebook that all went well. Well as could be expected is how she phrased it. And they're hoping that things get better. So keep his name is Asher, just a little one. Keep him in your prayers. Angie says, Becky, she's lucky to have you. Now you don't have to worry about her driving to your house. Moonflower. Did a moonflower? Hi, Moonflower 1903. Welcome in. And Kimberly, thank you for welcoming her. She says, tatting is so cool. I've always felt intimidated by it. Good for you for taking it on. Thank you, Moonflower. It's nice to have you drop in. You'll find the ladies in here are really nice. This is an art group, and we do other things too. Do art journaling, slow stitching. I'm playing with tatting. I'm trying to make a clover here. This one's coming pretty good. This one's looking nice and neat. That other one was kind of wonky, but my thread I couldn't see where I was going. So let me continue here. I think I'm only going to do 5. I did 6 double stitches between I call it on the sides here. So 1, 2. When you tat, the only stitch you really need to learn as far as stitches is the double stitch, and it has 2 legs. You just wrap your thread around your finger, hold your, you got your, I'm not going to teach it. If you want to learn how to do this, go to the online tatting class.com. They have all sorts of beginner videos, and they tell you, they go over all the different thread sizes and the needle sizes and how to hold your thread, and you could catch up pretty quick because we just restarted in September, so we're only four weeks into this session, and Katia's starts almost from the beginning, like she's teaching beginners. And she structured it so the first, it goes from September, I think, through March or April, May, up around and then before they take their summer break. But she structured it into 3 segments. The first segment is beginner, the second segment is for intermediate, and the last segment is advanced. I lost count of how many I had on here. I think I have 3. No, I only have 2. So, hi, Dee Dee. Good morning, Dee Dee. Welcome in. Inktober is today. Oh, thank you for reminding me. I forgot all about Inktober. We'll have to do something. Let me finish this clover. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I want to finish so I can do Inktober. 5. Now slow down, Mary. 5. And then you do a small, a larger, which is kind of a medium, and another small. And then 5 more. 1, 2. This is not hard. Once you get the rhythm, 3, 4. Okay, now I'm ready for another Picasso. Oh, yeah. And 1, 2, 3. Now this should be my larger ring, my middle ring of the clover. So let me pull it off of the needle. And I have way more thread on here than I need. But I'd rather have more thread than not enough. I'm going to try to get Katia to teach me how to tat in my tails because they get in my way. My tail gets in the way. I have to hide him between my fingers to keep him in line. So this is the loop that I'm pulling through here. And if I just kind of guide it through my fingers, that kind of keeps it from knotting and pulling on itself. And now I'm just pulling the ring closed. And there it is. This is looking much neater, much cleaner. So, and when you do it this way, when you work off of the opposite end of the thread, like this is one long piece of thread. I threaded the needle on one side and I'm working off of the other side. And when needle tatters do that, it's called a true ring. I think I'm not a shuttle tatter, but the way I understand it is that shuttle tatters do that naturally. It's a thing with them. They just, true rings just happen when they shuttle tat. See, my little tail gets in the way. Get out of the way, tail. Get down there. All right. Now I just got to do another small one. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I don't tat in front of you guys much. For one reason is my hand's pretty steady this morning, but I have a pretty shaky hand, and especially my thumb goes, you know, and that bothers me. I don't know how you guys can stand to watch it. But my hand's pretty steady this morning, so I thought, even though I'd been up all night, I didn't sleep a wink last night. I thought, well, I can tat this morning. And I want to show you what I want to use this for. See, I pulled that right through. Didn't have a bit of trouble with it. That gold, I couldn't see that gold. Hard to see it. All right, now the rest should be pretty easy. One, two, three. And then I do a Picasso. Picasso is just a little gap in the thread. And then 1, 2, 3. Is that what I wanted to do? No. I wanted to do 3. I'm going to pull, see, and this is another thing that's easy for the needle tatters if they make a mistake. I wanted to do 3 Picassos there, and I only did 1. You can just push your stitches off your needle. Come up, come up. 1, 2. I think I have 1 more stitch to come off here. There we go. And that little tail. All right, I made a mistake. I went back. I have to do pull 1 off. Okay. We have to do my 3 here. A little, a larger, and a little. And then 1, 2, 3, and then another small Picasso, the last Picasso of the whole deal. And I kind of eyeball these. I need to train myself to, well, not train myself, make myself use the gauges. 1, 2, 3. Now let's pull it. So I have a join and 3 center Picassos and a right Picasso and 2 double stitches at the end. Or 3 at the end. I said 2. And you just go with my thread scissors, pull it through. Tail, get out of the way. Yeah, he's putting his tail where it doesn't belong. And then you just pull it tight. See, it curls. As you pull it, it starts to curl in. And when you work from end to end on these threads, it's called a true ring, and you do not have to knot it. If you do the work off the ball, you aren't working end to end, and you've got to tie a knot. But these hold. And so here's my clover right here. But I want to close it up a little. Let's see, maybe I'll just tie it rather than stitch it. Maybe I'll just do a tie here. See if that closes it up. Come on. I want to go on to Inktober. I think, Dee Dee, what I'm going to do for Inktober is belt buckles. I thought buttons, but I think I'm going to do belt buckles for Inktober. Oops, it caught on my thread over there, my tabletop. Well, let's just tie it. Yeah, that closes it up good. Oh, that's much nicer. I'm proud of that. I was up all night making rosettes. And my first rosette was kind of a disaster like this. Get a lot of disasters. But if you keep at it, if you just keep, oh, did I not join? I thought I joined this. See, I forgot to join this, but it's okay. I didn't join this. See how I joined it over here? This ring is joined to that with this Picasso. This one is not joined. I forgot to make my join in there. I probably stopped and talked to you. And I could take it all out, but you guys would be terribly bored. And for what I'm going to use it for, it doesn't matter. I could stitch it together, but I'm not going to do that either. And I might even use this little guy. Let's take my brown away. Let's put my needle. I still got a lot of thread on my needle. I could do another clover here, but I'm not going to. I'm going to put all my thread away. I want to work on Inktober, but before I work on Inktober, I want to make my bobby pin embellishments. Let's put these over here. Ah! Oh, that didn't help me one bit. Take all this thread back out in the other room where I can see. That's part of the problem too. I can't see in here. I'll just put it up here, and when the stream is over, we'll carry it out in the other room. And my needle threader goes, I like these little needle threaders. You get them when you buy your needles and my crochet hook. All right, I'm going to leave those and my scissors over here on the side of my desk, because if I put them behind me, I'll lose them. And what I want to do, let's take the brown paper off. And let's get a piece of wax paper, because I don't want to get that sheet dirty. Let's color my world paper. The white rosette turned out pretty good. I mean, not rosette. The white clover turned out pretty good. This one's a little wonky, but it'll still be okay for my journal, my junk journal. I'm going to put them on bobby pins. Now, I did one of these, and I think I sent it to Becky, but it was when I was very first learning to tat. So I'm thinking about doing her a better one that's a little bit more refined. And I think what I'm going to do is just put it down like that. And I'm going to let the threads hang. But I do think I'm thinking I'll glue it with some fine art glitter glue so it won't slip all around. And then it'll just stick out my, let's do this one too. This one got a little wonky because I couldn't see where I was going on this. But put it on a bobby pin and the wonkiness just belongs. Right? It's like a pin curl. See? Not so bad. Let me get out that fine art glitter glue, and I'm going to put some glue on them. Once I get there. And I think her name was Lynn, messaged me, and she saw where my needle went, and she said it went on the back of some tape. And I'm so afraid that I threw that tape away because I cleaned off my desk. She gave me the time and the video she saw it happen. And I'm afraid I threw all the, unless it's on some of the, I have to go look. I haven't gone and looked. But this is not the original needle. This is the little applique needle. And unless it's on a piece of that washi tape, I might be able to find it, but I have a feeling that it's not, and I think it got trashed. But I think we got another, it's in my drawer here someplace, another cap for this when you get them. I remember I got 2 of them, and it probably has a needle in it. All right, I'm just going to put a little glue, and I'm going to let it dry. I'm going to put a little inside of here if I can. I might have to get it started. I'm just going to kind of squeeze it in there. Maybe I'll just squeeze it. It'll dry transparent. And this is for my journal anyway, so I don't think it'll matter too much. I want to get it down. You know, I should. What did I do with yours, Becky? I think I just slipped it on there like this. I don't think I tried to glue it. I'm going to try to put some in there in the head. And we'll just let that dry. Let's try this one. That one's a little wonky anyway. I'm just going to squeeze it in the underneath of the head. Here. And in there. And if it doesn't stay, it doesn't stay. It isn't going to fall off. And I'm going to put these up here. Maybe let's put my Inktober. How did it get to be October already? What are you doing, Dee Dee, for Inktober? Are you still in here? Has she told me and I just missed it? Dee Dee has done Inktober for consistently, and she always finishes hers. I start mine and never get finished. Do you think I can be good this year? You know, instead of putting, you know what I should put for my Inktober? I should put them in here instead of all of these. Because this isn't bound yet, and I could bind these in something else. Let's just put those right up here. And I think I'll just do them on these mixed media sheets. Where's my mixed media paper? Probably out in the other room. Trash. I've got trash. I've got watercolor paper. What's this? Oh, that's that. What is this? Oh, that's Christmas paper. Well, I got my watercolor paper because I've been doing cards. I've got a big old sheet. I'll have to cut it down. This will give me a start. I'm not going to worry about it. What size is this? 9 by 12. But I think it's perforated. Let me show you. Let me zoom out. Jumbo Bee inspired mixed media. Let me zoom out a little. And it's 9 by 12. I don't need that big a paper, but for a couple sheets to get started with, it isn't going to hurt it. And this is perforated. Yeah. Maybe it's perforated after I tear it out. Doesn't matter, I'm going to cut it anyway. We just need a couple. Oh, it's heavy though. All right. You know, I'm having second thoughts because I've got this that I got from Pearl. Pearl had an auction yesterday. I'm thinking I'll do it in here instead. I'm thinking I'll do it in here. We'll use this for something else. We'll use this for something else. I'll put my signatures back in it. I started all these little journals because I want to use up all my junk paper. I want to do some cracking paper, but Dee Dee's got me wanting to do Inktober now. And I'm going to take this off because it bothers me. That's why. So I'm going to do belt buckles, I think. Or I'll start out with belt buckles. I may not end up. Let's see what Dee Dee's saying. Dee Dee says, she's laughing at Kimberly. What did Kimberly? You're doing farm animals? Dee Dee says, I'm doing another poster this year, adding one thing a day. Joyce says, I might try Inktober this year. Go for it, Joyce. Go for it. Kimberly says, I always do Inktober. Just a Halloween doodle a day. And at the end, I'm always glad to participate. Well, that's a good attitude. You know, at least you're doing something every day. I don't even get mine done every day. You know, Meri, she's got good intentions are not enough. I did faces for the longest time. I was doing ink drawings of faces, but I don't know. I think I'll do belt buckles. One year I did game pieces. One year I did, what did I do? I did faces. I did game pieces. I did something else. I was going to do buttons this year. Oh, pencil sharpeners. I think I did one year. Pencil sharpeners. Or I was going to. Did I ever finish those? Probably not. Ink Farmtober, Dee Dee says. Farm animals. That does sound like a good idea, doesn't it? See above, Meri, Dee Dee says. I think I found it, Dee Dee. She's doing Farmtober. Is that what you mean? See above to what you're doing? Okay. I am just going to Google and work off of images, and I hope that'll be okay because I don't think anybody's going to get mad at me. Let me Google. I use Firefox. And we're going to do belt buckles, B-U-C-K-L-E-S. I got belt knuckles. Did I say I was tired? I didn't sleep a wink last night. Oh, you got them for men and women. Woo! Well, we're just going to do generic. Oh, I got yuckles. Belt yuckles. Oh, Meri, Meri, Meri. Belt buckles. And let's... I don't want you to use my location. I'm way out in the boondocks. I want images. See, there are a lot of neat belt buckles. A lot of cows. Avon. Sean Avon. Ranch Rodeo. Custom design. Oh, looky. There's a buck. Religion, cross prayer, and horse buckle. Cool belt buckles. Here, I kind of like this one. It says Ramirez, but I don't have to put that one on there. You know, I wonder if I go to, let's go to Pixabay and see what they have. Or what's that other one? Not Ustream. What is it? Oh, slips my mind right now. Use something. Brenda. Hi, Brenda. Do you send your Inktober to someone to keep them? I think Dee Dee keeps all of hers because she shows them every year. Let's go to Pixabay and see if I can find any free ones. Free images. New tab. Let's just go free or public domain, maybe. Public domain. Belt buckles. Belt buckles. Public domain belt knuckled. What did you mean? Okay. Oh, we got some out there. Public domain pictures, belt buckle. Oh, it's very generic. Let's see. Free stock photos. They're very generic. Frankish belt buckle, public domain museum. Let's see what's in there. Frankish belt buckle. I'll have to research more and get more. Sign in with Google. I don't want to sign in. He's going to make me sign in, I think. Similar. Oh, look at these. Are these belt buckles? These are cool. Let's see. Ooh. These are cool. There's some round ones. And there's some very generic kind of Western type. I have to pick one. Oh, related. We're getting all the men. Let's see. Let me pick one here. I'll be better tomorrow at this. Let me pick one. Ooh, this one's pretty. This is a woman one, I'll bet you. Public domain media. Is that that looks like a brooch, not a buckle. It's got a pin there. What are they doing? Showing me brooches. Oh, it says similar. Well, is that a buckle? Plate and nail. The cloisters. I don't know if these are buckles or not. Related. Plate and nail. The cloisters. I know. Let's go to Wiki and see if I can find something. Wiki. Yeah, I don't want to go to that. I want to go Wiki. Belt. Sometimes it leads me into some good images. and I feel better about it. Belt buckle. Wikipedia. Belt buckle. Oh, look. See? And here's another one, an oldie goldie. Ming Dynasty white jade belt buckle. Let's take this one and see if I can see what that's all the pictures there are. Just do a very generic one this morning. Is that all? No. Here, we'll do the star. We'll do that. I'm tired of bopping around. I want to do some stitch too today. I want to prepare my fabric. Did I not put this up there? Did I not put them both up there? What did I do with the other one? I put my wax paper up there. Did you guys see where my other tat went? My white one? Did I knock it off on the floor? Well, I got this one. I don't know what happened to the other one. See, that's the way my morning goes when I'm tired. Shoot. Well, I'll just have to make another one, I guess. Let's do the belt buckle. Let me download it. Save image. Open. Gallery. Edit. I don't need the whole kit and caboodle. There we go. Maybe a little less. Got a lot of dark over here. Okay, what do I want? My Sharpie. We'll do a Sharpie. Oh, that's a Tombow. Oh, Tombow will work, but I want the Sharpie. You know what I really like? And they are ink. Let me get them out. I like these Prisma. They're ink pens, but they're really nice. These are Prismacolor. I'm trying to see what they're called. It's a brush tip marker. I think I qualifies as ink. Let's get the browns out. And let's get a Sharpie out. And I'm not going to do the paint pens. I don't need blue. I don't need red. I think that's a gray. All right, let's go with those. And I'd be taken to doing little swatches here. So if I use this, it's kind of a lighter gold, orangey gold, but I kind of like this. So I'll probably use this. And I've got a gray. Oops, that's purple. We don't want purple. What's this? That's my Tombow. Well, so far, I'm striking out. I've hit the sepia and the Tombow. This is too orangey for me. And this is purple. This is purple. I guess I have to look again. That does not look orange to me. That looks gold. But it looks orange here to me. It's too dark. Sometimes I get mad at these pen companies. I got blue. What color is this? I guess that's their black. That'll work. I might need that. I thought I had a gray. I got gray paint pens. No, I guess I'll just be happy with what I have. She sighs. I guess there weren't that many in that package. That's enough. What do I have up here? Oh, I got this gold. It's a metallic, but it's closer to, I kind of like that. This is a Dollar Tree gold, but I kind of like their pens. Don't tell them. Shh. They'll take it away. I don't see anything else that's calling to me here. I guess that's enough. Wonder what would happen if I take this over this. Covers it up. What happens if I take this over this? Oh, I like that. So if I go in with this gold first, so you got to experiment here. If I go in with this Dollar Tree metallic gold here, I like it. But then if I take this orangey gold, which I guess is orange, it's supposed to be gold. And if I go over it, it gives me a, I like that color. I kind of mess up my pen, but I like that. That's what I'm going to do. All right, so now I got to draw it. I'm looking for something like this eraser. And I'm going to put it in landscape. Flip. Put that eraser under it. Can you guys see? Yeah, you can kind of see it. Let me turn my... That'll work. All right, this should be pretty simple because it's just a star. And I'm going to work with my Sharpie first, I think. And let's see what kind of a star. It doesn't have to be perfect. I've gotten rid of perfection long ago. But look at the streaks in there. Look at the shine. Uh-oh. What does that stand for? A sickle and a... Is that a symbol I want? A sickle and a sledgehammer, an axe. What does the sickle and axe stand for? I may not put that in there. It looks a little scary to me. Let me go out and research this. What is how do you spell it? S-C-Y? S-Y-C... S-Y-C-L-E? Duckle. I'm tired. S-Y-C-L-E. I think I'm spelling that wrong. How do you spell sickle? S-C-Y-L-E. Oh, they'll know what I mean. And X emblem. See what it showing the results for what is cycle and SC emblem. How do you spell sickle? S-Y-C-L-E? S-I-C-L-E? S, boy, I'm dumb. S-C-Y. S, no, that's cycle. Sickle. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of, Brenda. Oh, it's S-I-C-L-E. Thank you. It's a symbol of communism. See, I'm not sure I want a symbol of communism in my inktober. S-I-C. Thank you, Brenda. K-L-E. And X. Go. Yeah, sickle and hammer is a communist symbol representing. See, I'm not sure I want that on my. Sorry, I'm not a communist. I'm gonna get rid of that. Belt buckle. I don't want it in my inktober. I was born in America. I'm sorry, all you communists out there. I don't hate you, but I'm just not a communist. Oh dear, I'm going to get in trouble with YouTube. No stories. Do I have any pictures? Let's get rid of it. I'm sorry. Move to trash. Oh dear me. All right, let's go try again. I could leave it off. I could have done it, but let's go get another one. Let's go to my history and Wookie belt buckles. And let's try maybe this one up here. Oh, that's not what I want. Oh, there we go, belt buckle. Here, this one, Byzantine. I can live with the Byzantine one. Oh my goodness sakes. Let's see what it says about it. Details. Details. Summary. Anonymous. English. As a gold belt buckles were usually personalized with the owner's name, like the small monogram of Theodore seen on this luxurious example. Is there a monogram of Theodore on here? Must be that. Huh. Oh, maybe that. Interesting. Belt buckles were used in the Byzantine Empire by the 5th century, when the Roman toga began to be replaced by trousers as part of the cultural influences of the northern migratory peoples. Oh, that's good enough. I'll download this. I feel better about it. Save image. Open. I'm sorry, I don't want a communistic belt buckle in my October. Way to start October 1st, Mary. I am really getting goofy, I guess. Let's see, I want to edit this. And it's pretty well shaped, but... And it's still got the gold. I can still use... Boy, it's all gold, too. I think I'll just leave it like that. I think I'm happy. Save. Increase resolution. It's got all those circles. I probably won't do those very good, but all right, let's turn it this way. Ooh, that's good. I feel better about this belt buckle. All right, I am going to start out with my ink pen though. And boy, look at all the circles. Man, how long do you think it took them to perfect that? Look at this design in here. I could spend all morning just doing this. But we won't. We'll just, how am I going to handle it? Do I want to start in here? Or do I want to do the whole and fill in? You thought I was putting in bicycle? Oh. Brenda says, it's funny it came up. I have a Bible study later today. The book we're working through has a list of symbols of religious and beliefs on yesterday's lesson. The sickle and hammer are on the list. Huh. Well, that's interesting. How do they categorize it? Do you know from yesterday's list? Why is it on a list of religious? Oh, I guess and beliefs. Maybe it falls in the category of and beliefs. I call it punch drunk or slap happy when I'm tired and I get a little goofy or silly. I'm really tired. I'm liable to say anything. I'm thinking that I'm going to kind of dwell on the shape of the buckle and maybe just put in one or two details, like maybe put in one or two of these and kind of, because it would take me all day to draw this. Let's just let me just draw, and maybe I'll do that with my Tombow marker rather than the Sharpie. Let's just draw the kind of the shape of the belt buckle here. And it's going to be sketchy. You know, the Inktober, I guess, is for the practice of working in ink. And I'm kind of a sketchy person. I mean, I sketch a lot. I don't. Yeah, well, you know. Now this, if you look at it, is kind of curved here. I'm just going to kind of put it like that. And I just want to get the shape in there. I'm not going to worry too much about the details right now, because like I say, these details could last me all morning. And let's see. This is probably pretty symmetrical. I don't know if I can make it that symmetrical. We'll give it my best shot, but and I'll probably run off of the, well, I don't know, maybe not. Okay, this kind of comes down this way, but it has two little, I guess those are the bead things under it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the first one starts kind of right out here. So, and they're round, sort of, and it's got a little separator. And, whoops, I'm not going to have room. Well, we'll make room. And this comes a little bit more out. And that comes a little bit more in. And then 2 more down here. One, 2. And then this kind of like that. sort of like that, just getting an idea, getting a feel for it. Then it has this area, which kind of, it's kind of dimensional. It kind of has a little dimensional ledge there. I guess that's what you would call it. Kind of goes like that, and then it kind of comes, it curves, zoop. So it kind of curves out, and I don't know how long to make it because I'm afraid it'll go off of the edge. Okay, and then it has, I'm just going to put these in, just kind of sketch the shape. Really, you do better with this if you study it first and then make more than one drawing of it. All right, so it comes here, and then it kind of, where this meets that, sort of in there, it goes into a triangular shape between those two circles. And it has a little V in there. And then it comes out again over this way. My pen's in the way. My paper's in the way. Kind of comes like that. Now, I certainly don't have this space and this space. Should be more equal. So this should be more like that. I probably should have done those two circles because this circle is going to be much bigger. Oh well. And you can see I'm kind of sketchy. I'm not sure of my lines at all. If you were sure of your lines, you would just be going. But I'm trying to find my way. I'm trying to find my way. And there's a circle here. And a circle here. And then we get into this beautiful shape over here. I like this area. And it curves from here in. And in here. And then from here, there. Now, I know I'm probably all out of perspective, but it's a sketch. Did I get my head in the way? Oh, dear me. Let's go in and put this stuff in there. It's got a little diamond in there. And the diamond has a little diamond in it. And it has a circle around it. Of course, my circles are not circles. They're wonky. Maybe if I And then it has all these little dealy bobs around it. Has a circle around it. Oh dear. Let's do this one. Circle. Diamond in the circle. A diamond in the diamond. Yeah. Wonky, wonky. I think I'm going to make another. These are interesting because they're kind of dimensional. They're not just little coils. They're kind of dimensional. And when you do it this small, it's hard to, I mean, a camera can catch all of that, but the pen marks. All right. And we got a looped links in there. There's a circle in here. And then this link comes around, under, over, under. Let's see if I can do that. So around, under. So this one comes, oops, I'm running out of space. Well, it'll just be small. And over. See, my perspective is all off, but that's okay. Oh, do I want to go? Yeah. This is where I would erase. But we'll just keep going. Over and under. And under and over. Boy, is that off. All right. And then there's this great big circle here. And these are interesting because I got them like little coils, but they're so dimensional in there. Let's see. Look at this symbol. Am I going to put that in there? Looks like a U and an E and a little man with a shirt and legs. Now, let's do the rim. And the rim comes out over here into a sort of a knob, a block. And let's come back over here and let's make this kind of come down just to fill out the space. It doesn't go zit, it goes zoop. It's off 5 degrees. All right. So then we have this inner, which, you know, this is where you would spend all day doing these little pieces in here. I'm not going to spend all day. Let's do the circle. Now, this one has little squares in it. So let's get another circle. An off one and put little squares in there. Just little. It's a very detailed belt buckle. And then this is where you get the tiny head with the two little, I guess those are ears or something, and a neck, and two little arms coming out, and sort of a shape, a U shape here, and two little, it's kind of a weird shape in there. And over here it's an E. I'm laughing at my poor drawing. I'm thinking I can represent those by little up and down valleys, sort of like that. This is where I would want to grow bigger. I'm just going to go like this. All right, let's go back over here. Take care of a little of this, just kind of free up my, and what's in here. See, look at the detail. These are circles with diamonds in them. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can I get 5 in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'll just, it really has a rim around it like that. It's too small. I'm drawing much too small to, and then it has a diamond in those, a little diamond shape. Now what I'm wanting to do, now that I've kind of studied it, kind of knowing what's out here, there's this, and that has these shapes like little triangular, like that, like that. There's 4 of them, like that, and one going off this way, and I think there's kind of something in the same down here, like that. I suppose watercolor would not be ink, would it? I would want to watercolor this. This is ink. This is a marker ink. I'm claiming it as ink. Let's see. Really, this line is gold, and this line is gold. And there's gold in here. So to make these stand out, I'm going to color these in. My little man over here. And now this is colored, but I don't have all the right colors. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to grab a bold pen. That's not a bold, it's a medium weight here. I need to get out my ink. Is this a bold? It says it is. Must be running dry. Let's see what. I've had these forever. Haven't opened them. Haven't used them. Let's see what this one does any better. Oh, got to take the wax off. Not much better, huh? Let's wax off of it. And I washed all my brushes. I did. Get this one. So even though I don't have all the detail in here, I'm pretty happy with how this has turned out. It's not perfect. Of course not. Because it'd take hours upon hours upon hours to get this perfect. Where's that gray? This is gray in here. See if I can't carry some of that over there. So what I do on some of these S-gel pens is I just scribble. I call it a palette. And I just make a big black blob. I call it my palette. These don't seem juicy to me. And then I grab my water here, get it in there, and then I paint with it. I'm pretty happy with this. I'm not unhappy. It's not perfect by any means. Shall I make this all gray down in here so that looks like the background? No, I have to. And I could put India ink on here. I do have some India ink, some of this. The black velvet waterproof India ink. Boy, let me tell you though, this stuff is, you don't want much of it. See if I can just, let's see if it reconstitute. See, that's how the color I'm getting off is just the, I should get out my little, shame on you, Mary. Using my desk as a water jug. Let me get a cup. I've got a cup right here. I've used them before. I think I'll go back to Google to find belt images. Let's just pull off of the cap here. If I can. Doesn't look like too much is coming off. I don't want to, I need a tray. I throw all my plastic things away. Let me think. What do I have here? Let me stand up. Let me look. Here. We'll open a. Yeah. I need to open one of these anyway. We'll open a tape. And use the plastic. That's what I want. I'll keep that. And I'll keep the tape. Now we're going to put just a drop. I don't need much more than a drop. Oh, that's way more than I need. That'll do the next 5 days. But it'll dry before then, I think. I just want to wash. Whoops. I just want to wash. I keep dipping it in the dark. I guess that's what it's meant to be, dark. Let's do it up in there. Now I got all that ink and I don't want to waste it. Now I'm just playing. Tired of being detailed. I'm too tired to be detailed this morning. Hi, Laura Beth. Did Laura Beth come in? Hi, Jersey. How is Sweet Beef doing today? Kimberly said, snoring away. Does Beefy love me? Oh, I love Beefy. I was worried about Kimberly. I was so glad to hear that she was out of danger of the storms. I was getting worried about you, Kimberly. I had all sort of bad scenarios going on in my head. Kimberly. I'm going to call it done. Let's hit it with the heat gun just a little. It's fun to loosen up and do this. Where'd my heat gun go? It got buried. Now that I'm started, who else is in here? Angie's here, Jersey's here, Kimberly's here. Hi, Pearl. Good morning, Pearl. It's good to see you. Pearl's Finds. Let's see, this is Thursday. Do you sell today? No, this is Tuesday. Do you sell today, Pearl? Are you selling today? Kimberly, would you put up a link to Pearl's channel for me? I get all sorts of really good fabric from Pearl. I tell you, Pearl, I've been kind of out of it the last few days. I haven't been, and I didn't sleep a wink last night, so I'm no good this morning. Thank you, Pearl. Thank you, Kimberly. Let me pin that. Let me pin this. This is a link to Pearl's channel. Let me pin it. Pin message. And let's see, does she have a, if you go there, do you have a, you had a sale yesterday with Debbie and Nika. Do you have a sale today? Tremendous Tuesday sale, 9/24. Do you have a sale today? I don't see anything up there. What is she saying? She's saying, me too, Mary. They're saying hello to you, Pearl. Debbie's StreamYard would not work last night, so I offered to let them use mine. Oh, that was sweet. Are you selling today, Pearl? I tell you, Pearl, I kind of had a big brake job done on my car, and I'm trying to pay off a doctor bill. And I did buy some things from Aaron and Rebecca. So, but I'll be back, I promise. Laura, where is Flo from? Angie says. Okay, I'm happy with this, I guess. It's not perfect by any means. I'm almost wanting to go in and do this in more, just this area in more detail. And there's nothing that says that I can't. And I can do it right over here. Let's expand this. Let's expand it. I'm just loving this area. Right in here. Pearl said, yes, at 1 p.m. Eastern. Pearl's Terrific Tuesday sale. I might pop in, Pearl. I don't know how much I can afford to buy, but once I get there, I'm in trouble, I'll tell you. Let's see, I'm going to draw in this. What's this? Is this brown? Do I want to draw it in the brown? I don't know. Draw it in the gold. At least the outline. And I'm going to draw it big. And I'm just going to kind of study it. So it comes like that. And like that. It's got a circle in here. And these are circles here. And there's another circle coming this way. And then this is a big circle over on this side, which is the width of both of these. So it comes clear. I don't want to make it in too far. Like that and like that. Maybe. Something like that. Now to get these exactly the same and everything, I'd have to be a computer or a expert, which Meri is not. But I'm kind of liking that. And I'm almost wishing this was, I have alcohol, but it's black. I put all that ink in it. I don't have any clear alcohol. I'll have to get some alcohol this month sometime and see if I can't use alcohol to, I do have this sanitizer. I don't know if that's got alcohol in it, but I don't know. I'm going to try a little of it just because I'm curious. Oh, where should I put it? I lost my other tat. I lost my pretty tat. But this one is staying with that fine art glitter glue. I wonder if I knocked it on the floor. I don't see it. I don't see it. It probably hooked onto that drawing tablet. I'm disappointed with myself. I'm not careful when I do these things. I need to learn to be more careful. When I got the wax paper out and I was going to put the both pieces over here. Well, the wax paper got over here, but neither one of the pieces bobby pins got over there. And I lost my other one. I don't see it. I wanted to experiment here. I'm just going to put it on because it'll wipe off. I want to see if this has enough alcohol in here. I'm not going to experiment on there. I'm going to experiment on a swatch tag, a swatch card. I want to see if it has enough alcohol to move those markers. And we'll try it with, these S gel pens are water soluble. Let's try it with a Pen Plus Gear. Pen Plus Gear, where are they? I got new ones out yesterday. Do you think I could even find one? This one's pretty dry. And let's take my... I'm just not having a good morning. Let's take my brush. Wash it off a little if I can. I'm going to put it in here and see if I can move this. Well, I can move it a little. The hand sanitizer moves the marker, the alcohol in the hand sanitizer. It does. I have to kind of scrub at it. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? And I suppose the more you... Now that is not a fresh marker either. I have a fresh marker. Do-do-do. Hang down your head, Tom Dooley. That's how I feel today. Let's see if this one's fresh. That's a fresher marker. Let's grab some more of this. So I imagine if you had real alcohol, not hand sanitizer, you could move that marker pretty good. And this is watercolor paper. I just spilled my water. Not too much, though. Not very much at all, I guess. I didn't have time to spill. Maybe it went under my... Honestly, I'm not having a good morning. Well, it dried, though. It's drying lighter. It's got soap in it. The hand sanitizer has soap in it. If I had real alcohol, I think I could move those markers. This is hand sanitizer. It's the closest thing to alcohol that I have on hand. And this is India ink here. Okay, well, that was an experiment. Let's wipe this up. It'll clean my desk. It's hand sanitizer. It's got soap in it. They put soap in the hand sanitizer. Clean your hands. Clean your desk. Make a mess. All right. Meri, you sing good. Yeah, right. I get a little note out here and there, and then I go off key. All right, I was doing this. I was wishing that I could move that. That's... See, I want to paint, not draw. That's my problem. I'm more of a... Let's get some tone in here. All right. So let's just do a line drawing. It goes, maybe if I make it a little smaller here. This one goes over, comes around, and goes under. This one, let's see. Let's do it twice here. Over and under. This one comes over probably should have done this first, but we'll practice it. This one here, and then let's go here and here and here. And there. They're linked. But if you don't sit and think about how they're linked, you don't get them linked. And then there's just a circle there. That's the back of my belt buckle. Let's flip it again. Let's do it in ink rather than color. Let's do it let's do the Tombow marker. All right. So we're going to start in here. Draw it like that. We're going to do this. And then this comes this way. And this one comes over. This one goes under. I got it going over there. We'll make this one go under. Mary's talking to herself here. She says, oops. All right. This one goes over. This one goes over and under. You think I would get this after a while, but I have to think these out. I have to think it out. And once you see it, it looks simple. And then this one kind of has some dimension to it. And then it has, has a little bit of dimension in there. Okay, this is where I want to do my palette again. Let's use this wash. Where's my paintbrush? Let's grab some wash. That's a lot of wash. It's a lot of darkness. Oh, my brother's up. Okay, let's go in here. Wow, that's a lot. In there, kind of in the center here. And it kind of goes like that again. And in here. And in here. It's too much. It's too dark. Got a lot of water in there. In there. And this is where I want it to be gold. But I don't have gold ink. play with like my black ink. Yeah, I got way too dark. So I'm just playing. I can bring that down a little, I guess. That's what you're supposed to do with Inktober. Inktober is not only making beautiful pictures, it's learning about, it's not only about drawing either, it's using ink, drawing with ink. Things like making that palette or making tonal values with your ink, stuff like that. Let's see. Let's go in here and do some. Just some playing. That gets too dark for me. Where's my towel? I need more water. This is a mystery. Hang on, let me get this other water thing in. It's about empty, but it squirts out more. Especially if you take the lid off. It's about empty. All right. That's my tombow. That a tombow, that's my... I guess I got two tombows out here, don't I? That's my Prisma. Watch me put my hand in that. So these are studies of a Byzantine belt buckle. We decided not to do the hammer and sickle. I decided not to do it. I'm no communist. I live in the land of the free and the home of the brave. We've got a little memorial for veterans down in our little town, and it says, you guys have heard this before, but it's the land of the free because of the brave. I'm just putting in these little stone edges here, I guess you'd call them. Little details. Okay. Now, I'm wanting color so bad. I'm wanting color so very bad. I need a little dark. Now, come on, where's all my dark? There it is. No, I'm getting that. And this shows up a lot more. You could spend all day doing this. I get bored after a while with this stuff. I want to move on. I want to move on. I want to move on. Some water in there. Lift that up. It's too much. Yeah. Now, all these little beady things in there, I don't know. They got highlights on them. That would take an awful long time to do. Come on, where you at? I think my ink is drying up over here. Let's see if I go. I'm not following chat at all. I'm in my own world. And it's the world of the Byzantine belt buckle. I'm not happy with it, but it's not bad either. It's not perfect, but it's not bad. Did I get the heat gun out? I must have. Getting so through to the other side. What time is it? Oh, it's 8:45. This is Thursday. Lori Paint Girly comes on. I want to stop here for a minute. In the last 15 minutes, I kind of got involved in doing this. You might be seeing me play with this again. Let's see, this is Thursday. I'll be on tomorrow morning. I want to do my fabric for, and I'm just going to put this up here. And I get my phone off my desk. It's not bad. It's just a fun sketch. All of these are just, this one went better than you know, let's sign it. I'll sign it in the orange or the brown. Let's see, the yellow. Oh, let's get out the paint pen to sign it. You're going to sign your Inktober with a paint pen because it'll show up. Because it'll mark on it. It'll show up, hopefully. If I can find it. Find it. I don't know how to spell Byzantine. Thank you. Oh, Kathy Berg. Oh, Kathy Berg is on today. Is today Tuesday? I was thinking this was Thursday. I'm sorry. Thank you, Kimberly. Kathy Berg is on in what, 13 minutes? Let me sign this. It's not showing up. I'm done for. Don't like any of them. Sign it up here. It's just a sketch. Inktober. Day 1, 2024. And oh dear. BYZ. ZANTINE. Belt buckle. How's that? Where's my cap? There's something I want to do before I go. I'm going to put all of these over. Tomorrow well, tomorrow's Wednesday. I might come on early tomorrow. It depends on how I feel. I'm going to put this over here. It'll probably dry. I'm going to close this out. I think I have time to do this. I don't want to sort out my ink pens. If and I can find it. Real fast. I'm going to leave these threads in. I'm going to take all these, put this over here, put it up there, get it out of my way. Put these over here. Get this off my desk. Get my scissors. And I don't think, let's see, we're going to leave the stitch in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to make it 4.5. I don't think I can rip this. This is linen. If it rips, it'll surprise me. I could probably pull a thread, but no, it's not going to. But that's okay. I like it raggy anyway. I'm just going to cut it, whack it, because it's for my slow stitch. and wait till you see what I do to it. You're going to run. And this is a nice piece of linen, but I don't really do much needlework anymore, and this has sat around for 8 years. It's time to use it. 1, 2, 3, 4.5. And I'll even this out later. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I'm going to make it a half. And I'll even that out later. What I want to do, you guys are going to go, oh no, what is she doing? Is I want to grab my walnut ink. Yeah, my walnut ink. And K3N is doing, I think it's called Enso. It's the Japanese kind of meditation swirl. Well, I don't want to do Enso. I want to do the infinity symbol. And there is a word for that called leminiscate, I believe, Leminscate, something like that. I learned that word several years ago when I was doing words on Rolodex cards, and that word popped up for a word of the day, leminiscate, and it means the infinity symbol. I'm not into Buddha Zen and stuff like that. I'd rather do the infinity symbol, and it means mostly the same thing. It's just a swirl like that. And what you do, and I'm thinking if I take a piece of copy paper, and let's try it here. And of course, we put tape on top of all the copy paper so that when you pull out a sheet, all the tape comes down too. What I'm thinking is, let me just draw this out quick. I do this quick, and sometimes I'm happy with it, and sometimes I'm not. We'll see what happens today. I just kind of want to mark my, I'm just reaching for a pencil. I want to mark my paper here. What I'm thinking is that if I do ink, it'll soak through. Did I have a little square left here? I did, didn't I? Did I not have a little square of this fabric left? Where did I throw it? Here. Let's try it on this. So I'm just going to draw an infinity symbol. And if it doesn't soak through, I'll paint it on there. But what I'm thinking is, if I put this here, so I kind of want to get my infinity symbol to fit my page. That's why I'm doing this. See, the infinity symbol goes like that. It's just a figure 8. But what I want to do is, and I'm thinking this will soak through. My brother's in there gagging. I'm thinking if I just do this. I know it soaks through to the other side. I don't know how much, even if it just gets a light mark on my fabric, I'd be happy. It's not soaking through enough. Oh, it did a little. No, that's my. So let's try it this way on a piece of. Let's just try it. Now I might make my other one a little smaller, but yeah. And then what she does is she stitches. Now I'd like to get a little lighter in here too. I might use this. All right, that's soaked through. Ooh, I kind of even like that side. Kind of like this side too. You can play with it. So I'm going to do the infinity symbol. I kind of relate to that more than the Enzo symbol. But I'm going to use her technique as she couches around that. I'm going to use this to, and I'm not going to make it quite so big because I want some border. And of course I got a thread. Let's grab this. Now let's bring this down a little bit more. And then let's go lighter. And I'll iron this out. Come on, don't dry up on me. It's not getting anything out of it. To suit me. Why doesn't he go in the other room to do that? You know, I said, come out here and gag in front of all of you. Bothers me. Quit smoking. Okay, this ink will dry lighter too. I think I'm going to stop there. Okay, it is 8:59. I'm going to let all of this dry out. I'll dump the water, but I'll let this all dry out here. Put the lid on tight here. Kathy Berg is coming on. Kimberly left a link to Kathy Berg's channel. Hi, Pam. And what I'm going to do, and then I'll probably do some bold stitches up in here because I got big bold lines, and then I'll come little stitches down in here. And I think they did a running stitch around here. I haven't watched all of hers, but I watched enough. So, okay, I'm going to sign off. Have a great day. Thank you, Kimberly, and I'm sure glad you're okay. Thank you, Laura, and everybody who came in. Have a great day. Today is Tuesday, not Thursday. Bye.